where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
2nd and 3. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
Seibert's kick is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, he's got it complete. On the move past the 40. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Teams practicing plays during the week. They're probably going to pay on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. Touchdown, Jaguars! Chris Godwin with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 32 on the carry. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Titans are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll set up to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now back to throw. And this one too low. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. Out come the Titans now.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Graham.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. And Graham's got it. Complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I guarantee they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
20! Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They'll try again.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Titans have cut it back within a score. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 4. To Shepard, complete. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run on first down. Graham.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will knot us up at 10. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll set up a throw.
He's got the connection to Moore.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Able to slither by. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That pass complete to Moore. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 2. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Texans who are out in front. The Texans trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to...
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll try the left side. It's Graham, and he stopped immediately there. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Graham. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
On first down, it's McKinney, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
And they'll run again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Up the middle they go. Graham. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Open man has got one. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week, and they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Graham. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Graham. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. On 2nd down, it's Graham. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give right side. It's McKinney, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd down now, it's Graham. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now out come the Jags. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a handoff up the middle. Graham, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try the left side. McKinney slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away into 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
So the offense back out now, coming off its 1st interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Back to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Dancing away at the 35.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Back to throw here. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Jags down by 13, 33 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And he's got a 1st down to the 40-yard line, but the clock runs.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Tennessee, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.